Here's my favorite cinnamon roll recipe. You're going to want to start by adding 2 cups flour, 4.5 teaspoons rapid rise yeast, 1 teaspoon salt, and 1/3 cup granulated sugar. Here's what that mixture looks like, and you're going to want to add it into our previous dry mixture along with 1 egg and mix it with a wooden spoon, or I'm using a spurtle, which works amazing. It sounds hilarious, but I love it. Then you're going to want to add in 2 more cups of flour and keep stirring. The dough's going to be sticky, but not really a dough consistency yet. But once you mix it in, you're going to want to add another 1/2 cup of flour. Then you're going to mix it together, and you're probably going to have to go in with your hands and just knead the dough. You'll know it's ready when the dough is soft, and with a clean finger, if you just press into the dough ball and it comes out without sticking, you know that the dough's going to be done. Then you're just going to want to let it sit uncovered for 10 minutes. Then just flour your surface while you wait, and when the dough's ready, add it, and you're going to want to roll it out into like a rectangular shape. Roughly 10 by 15, but I never really follow that. Here I actually made it a little too wide, but it worked out. But then you're going to add 1/4 cup of softened butter. You want to make sure it's soft or you can't spread it on the dough. And then you're going to go in with 1/2 cup brown sugar, 1 tablespoon cinnamon, and I'll be honest, I never measure the butter, cinnamon, or brown sugar, but I kind of did just for this video alone, and I felt like it still wasn't enough. I always add more. But then you're just going to want to start rolling your cinnamon rolls into like a log shape. And I was struggling here because I definitely didn't like flour it right this time, but I made it work. And then you're going to want to cut the ends off of your log and then cut it down the middle. And then you're going to cut it down the middle again, and then you're going to cut it into 3s. And you're going to do that to both logs, and you'll see what I'm doing here to get the visual. Also, this is probably the worst I've ever cut my cinnamon rolls, but I was in a rush, so they are definitely not even at all. But it's not a huge deal, it's just how pretty you want them to look. Then you're going to want to add them into like a greased pan. It's perfectly fine if they're touching, but cover and let them rise for 1 hour, and they will puff up quite a bit. Then you're just going to want to preheat the oven to 350 and then take off that, and look at how beautiful they rose. I like to go in and add heavy cream. I like to drizzle just a little in between the rolls and on top of them a little bit, and it keeps them so moist. But you're going to want to bake them for 25 to 30 minutes, just until the tops are golden brown. Here's what they look like all done baking, fresh out of the oven. And then on the side, you want to whip together your icing. I never measure this stuff as well. I'm really bad at it, but I gave you guys the measurements. I found that making sure the cream cheese and the butter is really soft helps, and I just whip it together. And you want to spread it on your cinnamon rolls while they're still hot or warm. That way it kind of melts in there. But here is how they look. They're super moist, super delicious and full of flavor, and I definitely recommend this recipe. If you want to find the recipe that I used to the T, not my rough estimates, you can find it here.